Hey guys. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to tell this story. I don't think I've ever shared this really, but here we go. So, a while back, I found out about how many toxins were in our beauty products, right? And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I had heard about EWG Skin Deep, that website. You can go online, you can put any chemical in there. You can search a lot of products too, but if there's not a product on there, you can look it up with just the individual chemicals and see how bad it is, basically on a scale of 0 to 10. And they list out like carcinogens and hormone disruptors and all that kind of thing. And so when I'd heard about it, I was like, okay, you don't want to be using products that are in that upper 7, 8, 9, 10 range because they're pretty toxic for your health. And just realizing, oh, there could be things that they put on the shelves that are bad for me that I don't even know. And so I decided I wanted to find out what was in all my stuff. And so I searched it up, and I can remember this so clearly that I had like a Britney Spears perfume that I wore all the time. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I know it was in a purple bottle, and it was like a 9. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I've been spraying this right by my face and it's a 9. Like, what is that even? And I just like continued to look up all my products, and I was really surprised. A lot of them were, 5, 6, 7s, maybe a 3 here and there, and nothing that was just like a 0. And I was shocked, like, how do they get away with this? So that was really surprising. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, why does it matter? It's just because, like, our body over time can't continue to filter all of that out. We get a lot of toxins just from like secondhand smoke, or from, car exhaust, or, just, there's stress that we encounter every day that it brings in inflammation in our body. Just, it can't continue to filter that out. I mean, if you have a vacuum and you have a filter that you need to change, it gets caked with dust, right? At some point it just stops filtering. It'll build up on the top, and then the motor breaks down. It's just, at some point it shuts down. And our bodies are obviously a lot more complicated than a vacuum, but I just think that, if we really think about it, we put our bodies through so much, and we just continue to expect them to process all this stuff around us. And it's going to break down. It's either going to break down in the way that your skin looks, in the way that you feel, in the way that you're going to the bathroom. That might be TMI, but like, it's all a part of the system, right? And so I don't know, I just, from early on when I heard about that, I decided, like, I don't want that in my environment. If I can control it, I'm not going to vote with my money by spending money at the store on products that I know are hurtful for me, and that I can control. So that was probably like maybe 9, 10 years ago that I had heard about that. And over the years, maybe like some things came back slowly in. I'm like, oh, I don't want to go through the process of looking up every ingredient. And so, maybe some things came back in here and there. And then a couple years ago, when my health was just continuing to go down, I really looked at like my food. I looked at my health products in my house again, and realized that there were some things I had let back in that were maybe a little bit higher on that scale. Still even like natural, and maybe even in the organic section, but that still were a 4 or a 5. And you might decide that for you, like, that's okay, as long as it's better, that's fine, and that's your decision. For me, I just wanted to know that the things that I was choosing were as low on that scale as possible, so that when the toxins came in that I couldn't control, that my body would be able to better handle those things. And I just felt better about that decision for myself. So I like set on a quest, so to speak, to get everything to be as low as possible. And so I did that, and along that, like in that process, someone shared Beauty Counter with me, and I really liked their products, and I tried a few things. As far as money wise, when I first saw it, it was like kind of sticker shock of, oh wow, this is a lot more than what I normally spend. And so I got a couple things that I really wanted to try. I got a sunscreen, and I think I got like a healing balm that they have like for my knuckles, because my knuckles cracked a lot, and I wanted to choose that over some other lotion. Like, I had a hard time finding lotion. And now I use coconut oil a lot, and I also homemade like a shea butter type lotion, so I'm really happy with that. And I use coconut oil on my face like day and night, and I really like that. So I'm not like a personal customer in that sense of like their lotions and skin oils as much, but I have tried things and they're really nice. It's just like not my favorite. I just have really like love coconut oil, so that's just been my thing. And I have it around for cooking and stuff, so it's really easy to just put it on my face. But some people don't like that. It's maybe a little bit oily when you first put it on. Just there's different components. But anyway, I don't want to get down that rabbit trail right now. But one thing that I got was like sunscreen, and I'll talk about that for a second. The reason that I did that was because I was having a really hard time finding a sunscreen that was a 0, a 1 on that scale. And so that was concerning to me because, whatever you put on your skin is going into your body. I've heard that anything that, like if you put essential oils on your hands or anything that goes on your skin, it's in your body, in every cell of your body within 30 seconds. So I don't know where the link to that research is, but someone credible said it. So you can do your own research on that if you want. And I should have before I brought it up. But anyway, it's just the idea is that like anything you put on your body, it's going to go in, And so you think about that and you think about, okay, a sunscreen is going in my skin, and if it's, disrupting hormones and there's research that's shown certain ingredients lead to cancer, why would I put that on my skin? That seems crazy. So that was the number one thing I tried, and we use that now. I've continued to purchase that a couple years in a row. I was you can sign up as like, I think it's called a Band of Beauty member, where you pay a membership fee of maybe $30. It might change based on the promotions, but you can get a discount, some free shipping, things like that. So I did that, purchased a couple of my favorite things, and even though I didn't stay a member, there were a couple years there where I continued to buy that sunscreen because I had tried a couple different kinds, like at the co-op or at my where I get my natural products, and sunscreen is very tricky to get the ingredients right. When it comes to like a non-toxic safe one, because a lot of times they don't smooth out or they're super white and it's very noticeable. There's just lots of different things that I haven't tried 50 brands, but the couple of brands I tried and the things I've heard, that's what you get. And with beauty counters, theirs smooths on pretty nicely. One thing that we've done, back to the coconut oil, is we've used that a little bit to help smooth it out, and that's worked out really good for us. Like you put a little coconut oil on first, and then you put that on, and it smooths out perfectly on your skin, and that's worked out super well. And then, as far as if you're going somewhere, it still does blend in fine. It's just like, I'm okay with fine, but like if I can make it better, I'll make it better. So that's just what I personally do. But anyway, so sunscreen's one thing that we've loved from them. And then the other things that I've continued to get are their body wash. So their citrus mimosa body wash. It has like a really nice light citrusy type of a fragrance, but it's subtle and sophisticated. Do I sound salesy yet? I hope so. No, I literally love that body wash, and you don't have to use very much. And I think that like when you go to buy something, you can get a container this big for $8 at the store, and how much do you have to squeeze into your hand to like really like to be able to use it and feel like it's doing a good job if it's really cheap, or if it's really cheap, why is it so cheap? What ingredients are in there? So you kind of have to think about that. So, I mean, yes, there are brands out there maybe that are less than beauty counters when it comes to, like, if you're just price comparing. And then you also have to look at ingredients. So, like, okay, are they equally as safe? And if they're equally as safe and cheaper, to me, even if I saved $5 to $10, I have to pay myself that in the research that I just did. So sometimes I think, is that really worth it to me? Another thing is, and this might seem kind of shallow, but like their I can't think of the word, not packaging, but basically like the containers that they come in are really like sleek and simple and minimalist, and I love that. So like, I don't know, there's not a ton of advertisements screaming at you. So that might seem like kind of a shallow thing or like a really weird thing to care about, and I don't really care about it until I have it. And then like now that I have that in my shower, I'm like, I like that. It's just, like if you look up on the site, it's like it's white and blue with like a bee and a little teeny bit of writing, and it's just like so refreshing. I don't know, that might be silly, but I just love it. And we use it on my daughter in the bath, and she is 15 months, but we've used that with her since birth. And it slides nice. Like, it is a good body wash. Another thing we use in our house is Dr. Bronner's soap. However, it's kind of sticky like on your hands and kind of like, it's really hard to explain. Not sticky, but it's kind of like hard when you are washing with it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not my favorite, and especially for baths. And so having that, it acts like your typical body wash, but I know that it's good for her and healthy for her. It's not harsh or anything, and it smells nice. But like when I rinse everything out and I put her to bed, like I'm not smelling it on her. And that's something that for me has become an issue over the last year and a half. You know, when I got pregnant with my daughter, I don't know if it was just the combination of pregnancy or just becoming even more aware of toxins in my body and their effect on me. But, you know, when things have fragrance, a lot of times they're not healthy. So, you know, essential oils are great, and, you know, there's some, and, you know, you think about if you go smell a flower, like there's amazing flowers, herbs, things that smell that like lift our spirits and you like feel good about. And then there's other smells where you like smell it and you're kind of like, okay, like I don't know, my body has started to just have like more of an anxiety when it comes to certain smells, and a feeling of, okay, I'm pretty sure that's toxic. And I think it just comes from like, you know, when I smell really strong like laundry detergents, you know, or strong body sprays, you know what those kind of products are. They're mainstream. It just is. There's a reason why they're so popular, because people are programmed to think, okay, clean, it smells good, it makes me happy, and like, you know, you've gotten used to that, and it's supposed to be a good thing. Like, smells are supposed to be a good thing, but it's turning into something that's not, unfortunately. And so knowing that so many of those mainstream products are bad for you, like, it's just become, you know, a lot more aware and a lot more cautious of them. So a lot of times that brings up anxiety in me, and I have to, you know, do my best to just breathe and like let that go and know that, okay, God made my body to filter things out, and I'm going to do what I can to control what I put on me and what's in my home and in my environment, but I can't control someone else. So my job is to love them and to do my best to manage my emotions when that happens. However, back to Beauty Counter, like, not having to do the research on every product and trusting their brand and trusting that they're going to put products out there that are clean and safe for me to use takes away so much of my time and stress in needing to find certain products. Do they have everything? No. I make my own deodorant, and I kind of fantasize in my mind that they'll buy the recipe that I use that my holistic doctor shared for me, because it's amazing, and I can share that with you too. But just to say, like, they don't have every single product, and that's okay, but they have a lot. We use, like I said, sunscreen, their shampoo, conditioner, their body wash, and then of course they have makeup. They have tons of awesome makeup. The quality is really, really good. The performance is super high. So I guess just what I want to say is that you can really trust everything that they have. And when it comes to price, yes, it's more than some, but it's also comparable to others. So, I mean, products are going to be that way, but I don't think it's overpriced for what you're getting. You're going to feel really great about the products you use. The performance is really high. And then when it comes to price, if you want to save some, like, don't just buy retail. Sign up for either the Band of Beauty member, where you can get, I want to say it's 10% off, and you get free shipping depending on how big your orders are, some exclusive discounts, things like that. So that one's pretty simple if you think you're going to buy a few things here and there. Another thing to do, which is why I'm creating this video, and I don't know how long they're going to do the promotion, or, well, I know for now they're doing it to the end of September, which today I'm sharing it's but I meant to say, I don't know how they're going to do it again. I hope they do, but they have a digital enrollment kit that is totally $100, but it's now $50. And so I kind of did the math on that, like, okay, what do I want to order? I know I want to order, you know, some body wash, some shampoo, conditioner. They have like an awesome set for kids that's shampoo, conditioner, body wash. That's really cute and fun. And anyway, I just kind of figured out, like, okay, what are the basics I know I want to order that I'll use up in the next year? And, you know, so, okay, maybe $200 worth of products. And that might sound like a lot if you're used to spending $5 on a bottle of shampoo, but it really performs well. It lasts well. I have peace of mind. I really appreciate it and like it. And maybe I eat out less. You know, I don't go to, you know, eat out 2 times that month, and that, you know, that covers it for a couple months or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of, the way I think about, like, when you spend money is, okay, what am I going to spend it on if I don't spend it on this? Because I think it's easy to think, well, I don't have an extra $200 or whatever. But when you really think about your spending habits, at least for most people I know, and I've totally been in the position of where money is tight and all you can do is pay for food and bills, and you sometimes can't even do that. I totally understand that. I've been there. So anyway, what do I want to say? Just if you want to get a discount like I do, I never want to pay full price if I can help it, then I would just highly suggest signing up for the enrollment kit, which is today's last day. But if you're seeing this video later on and you are seeing it and it's $100, do the math on that again. But right now it's $50, and that's awesome. So yeah, I did the math, and it was like, okay, on the starter order that I know I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna break even with the amount that I would save. You save 25% on your own orders. You make 35% in commission on anything that you sell. I know I'm gonna save that $50 back. So it's a no-brainer as far as if I ever decide to buy more than that, I'll get 25% off. So that was a pretty easy decision for me. Having said that, it always lets you then go and sell it or share it, and it's really shareable. You go on your website, there's a little share button on different pages, as far as either enrolling someone else or sharing a specific product. There's a button to share, and you just share that product link with either your Facebook or your Instagram and help other people become educated about what's in their products. So I have to say that I've never sold a single thing from Beauty Counter to anyone, and I don't know if I ever will or if anyone will take advantage of this offer, but I just was thinking, you know, this is the last day. I'm signing up for it last minute because I know I've been wanting to buy some things, and I should probably let some people know. So it's funny because I've done lots of direct sales companies. I could probably think of 10 that I've done, and I think I've made maybe like 3 sales, like between all of them. I have never done well at direct sales companies, and that's fine. I think I've accepted it. I think that, you know, I love the idea behind them, and they have great products for less than what you would spend on that exact product in the store, because you are cutting out a lot of the middlemen. Plus, there's some of that's going directly to a person that I'm helping. So I've always loved it, and then obviously signing up and getting a discount for the products you want to buy anyway is awesome. So if you have any questions at all about specific products or just, you know, health, beauty, toxins, that kind of stuff, feel free to message me. That stuff I know quite a bit about. I don't know a ton of the ins and outs of Beauty Counters behind the scenes and their network marketing and their sales stuff. I have a friend that shared it with me that would know a ton. So if you are looking at this like, oh my gosh, I could totally see myself doing this as a business, I will help you, you know, get educated. I'll also help you mainly connect with her. I reached out to her and I was like, can I just send people to you through me that hear about Beauty Counter through me? And she's like, yes, absolutely. So it's not something that I'm wanting to coach people on. I'm just going to be totally honest. My heart is at Revelation Wellness. If you've never heard of them, it's a fitness ministry that uses fitness as a tool to share Jesus Christ, which is like totally weird sometimes to some people, like, wait, what does that even mean? But I'm becoming an instructor. I'm going through training right now. He has changed my life completely in the way that I see food and diet, and I'm still figuring it out. This is becoming a really long video, and I'll have to do another video on it, but I have struggled for years with my relationship with food and going to food for comfort when I'm stressed, all that kind of stuff. And some people might say, well, what's wrong with that? And you know, there's nothing really wrong with that until it starts to have you, until it starts to control your life, and it's all you can think about, and it affects people around you. And that's where I've been for a lot of years, and I'm just still working on it. I mean, like, maybe I make healthier choices now, but there's still some foods that have me, and that I'm like, okay, I don't want this to be my life. We're gonna attack this and conquer this because Jesus is better, and I know that at some point like I will understand that he loves me more than that bag of chips. It's gonna love me when I'm stressed out or whatever. So anyway, that's a whole other thing. But I think this is a good point to end, and thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And I hope that just some of what I said maybe sparked some questions on, well, what's in my products? What am I using? Is my laundry detergent safe? Can I like breathe it in and know that my body's not attacking whatever I just breathed in? Because chemicals are real products that are getting in. If you can smell it, it's getting into your system. If you are putting it on your skin, it's getting into your system. And so just for you to think about that, obviously, if you're someone that doesn't smoke, you're not going to go stand next to someone who's secondhand smoking and start doing yoga breathing, right? But yet that's kind of what we're doing when we, have a body spray, or we have, certain products that have a lot of fragrance and chemicals in them, is that we're willingly breathing that stuff in, and then our body has to try to attack it and filter it, and sometimes it just can't, or sometimes it disrupts hormones, like research has shown that. So anyway, I could go on and on about that, but I hope that this stirred something in you to say, you know what, let me go check and see what's in that. And EWG, Skin Deep, you can Google that, and you can start off with the product. A lot of times the products you can just put in the product search bar at the top, and it'll tell you on a, like I said, from 0 to 10, how safe it is. 0 being completely safe, 10 being okay, warning, warning. And if it doesn't, you can just start with the first ingredient. If the first ingredient's water, the second ingredient, which is most often SLS, which I'm just gonna stop talking because I can just keep going. But just start with those first ingredients, and just see where you go from there. Another thing I'll say real quick is that the word fragrance is basically a chemical loophole, chemical ingredient loophole, where where companies can put anything they want in there. So basically, it's a proprietary blend. They don't have to share what's in there, and they can put whatever. So you just want to be really careful of that. Sometimes, like even natural products will have, everything checks out, and then it'll be fragrance at the bottom. And so it's a big question mark. And often when you call into customer service, they're not going to tell you, or they don't know, or they're not able to give you specifics. So you just got to be careful, and just got to use your best judgment. If everything else is a 0 and there's a fragrance in there and the smell doesn't bother you, you have to kind of make your own decision on that. But it's just something to be kind of cautious on. And with Beauty Counter, you can look everything up, and you can trust that they're not going to be putting anything yucky in your stuff. So, all right. I think I'm done talking. Let's see if I reached that 15 minutes. I turned my phone around so that I wouldn't be looking at my face, which can be distracting sometimes. So, all right. Thanks, guys.